temperatures, so that all sounds nice to me. Okay, we are here. I'm sorry to those of you who are looking forward to the Skyrim stream, but it doesn't feel like working without a bunch of lag and crashing. If anything, I should take the leaf blower to the inside of the computer to dust it out, and then leave it off for 2 hours. I hope that wind does not get strong enough to take out the power. Okay, so we're both level 21. Wolf is level 23. The Nixie mermaid thing, 16. She's catching up. Alright, so we're gonna do a little more grinding because if I remember correctly, I'm gonna have a hard time grinding safely in the areas we're heading to next. Because I can get a bad ending if I'm not careful, and I don't want to risk a bad ending. Because the bad ending in this is horrible. Although I still will never like Marta much. I'm not on auto, am I? Okay, I'm on manual. And I kind of fixed the moveset so as I got more moves. Ooh, speaking of, I need to open my notes. Notes, game info. TOS 2. Come on, you can do it. I believe in you. Just give it a second. The fact that even that's loading kind of slowly tells me that this is a problem. Okay. I'm gonna have to think about definitely letting it rest. Oh yeah, and I changed the color of the menu because the green leaf thing with the red background did not match. I'm not really a color person, but I didn't like the way that looked. I know red and green is kind of Christmas colors, but you have to do that right for it to make sense, and that did not look good. Okay, so we're gonna do a little bit more grinding just to make sure we're good to go. And I gotta tell you, there's a lot of enemies in this game that are nasty to fight when you're low level. Particularly when you get to a certain point. Oh gosh, I was grinding for so long trying to handle that fight. And the worst part was I couldn't skip the cutscene. I watched that like 3 times before I gave up. It went to go back and grind.
Weak. You're right.
I got so sick of watching that cutscene.
You're amazing.
Goodness sake, Conker's Bad Fur Day lets you skip cutscenes if you've watched them at least
You're
once.
so
Shut
amazing.
up, Marta. Yes, I've seen that game played. No, it's probably not going to be on my channel. Conker's Bad Fur Day is a little too mature, I think, for my channel. The furthest I'll go with that is probably The Witcher.
Let's finish this quickly.
Yes, exactly. And this is a Wii game. What were the devs thinking?
You're too
An
weak.
N64 game. Conker's Bad Fur Day. I'm going to deliberately use this as my example. We'll let you skip the cutscenes if you've watched them at least once. And I had to watch the Dawn of the New World cutscene 3 times before I said F this and left to grind. Can I just say, devs, what were you thinking?
Weak.
You're right.
I say that a lot when I'm playing this game. I don't hate this game. I don't like it a lot. I can say that. They've done a lot of things that I question in this one.
You're so...
No, not the motion controls. Most motion controls in games suck from what I've heard anyway. I've never heard good things about motion controls.
Weak.
You're right.
Damn
That's
it.
because when devs... I'm not even sure it's the game devs you have to blame for that. It's probably whoever they're answering to who's like, no, you gotta do this and this instead.
Damn it.
It's like, when people make games, they don't do it smartly.
You're too weak.
I don't know how old the videos are now, but there's a channel I watch and follow on YouTube called Extra Credits. They're all game designers. At least most of them are, I think. I don't really know what their team looks like now. But they would go on about how
This will be easy.
game development and planning really isn't that good. And they're devs themselves. If they're saying that, then you know it's bad. I don't know if it's improved much today. But
That's it?
I do know after watching them enough that I don't really diss some things with games because I have to understand that it's not easy to make a game. But sometimes you can't help it, especially when something seems like a very stupid effing idea, like not being able to skip a cutscene if you've seen
Let's
it at
finish
least
this
once.
quickly.
If it didn't count because I couldn't save, well, that's not necessarily my fault, because the enemy I was fighting was way too effing strong for me, and kept killing me.
You're so...
Game dev, not cool. Don't even get me started on MMOs. Those are even harder to keep together. Do you know how much it costs to run a server?
You're right.
A lot. They have to rely on the whales, which are the people who spend obscene amounts of money just so they can play the game because they don't feel like working for it. I've spent money on a game a couple times in my life.
You're too weak.
The first time money was ever spent on an online game, it was actually Mama being nice to me. She got me a membership for Pixie Hollow Online, and I missed that game so much. It was cute, and it was mindless, little fun.
Weak.
You're right.
It was fun to explore everything, look around. But she bought me the membership. It was really nice of her.
You're so...
When it comes to me spending my own money, the first game I can easily say I did that for was Aura Kingdom. An old friend got me playing it after we played Ion a little bit together. And I gotta say, Ion is significantly easier to play than Aura
This will
Kingdom.
be easy.
Aura Kingdom
Let's
was
finish this
confusing
quickly.
to me when I was younger. I think I was at least early teenager or teenager when I started playing it, but when I was younger, I really didn't play well. I still don't now, but my processing has improved with time. And please, let's not go on about how everyone's processing rate improves with time. Mine is particularly bad, alright? What one person can learn after a few attempts takes me even longer. I do not learn well. I do not study well. It's always been that way.
You're right.
People don't seem to understand that because I'm trying to teach me something. I am not a fun student because of it. But anyway, I tried Aura Kingdom out, but I didn't really play it properly until I met Maria.
You're right.
And we played Ion together at first, because that's how we met. I was trying to get in touch with another friend regarding Ion. Maria happened to see the message I sent,
Amazing.
and things went from there. And then she began to play Aura Kingdom with me, taught me how to play it better. I even started looking stuff up. Ooh. No way. And it came to the point where there were things in the game I wanted, and I bought them with real money. Of course, later I found out that people buy things with real money, or they earn them through dungeons, instances, or make them,
Weak.
and then sell them at the auction house. Which means I can grind up I can grind up in-game money and get them that way. Needless to say, when I figured that out, I regretted spending some of my money. Especially on cosmetic things that I found different things later that I liked better. But Aura Kingdom is definitely one game that I did spend money on. However, for the most part, I am not a pay-to-win type of person. I don't like to do that because I don't have a lot of money. Some might argue I do, but it's $70 and it's only each month. Do you realize how fast $70 goes, especially when it's only once a month? My parents can't afford to give me more than that, and they can't do it once a week. I don't know how job payment goes, but I'm sure people don't get paid once a month. Just saying. I mean, do you get paid once a month, Fire? I just seem to doubt that. And we came back because my monster leveled up. Which one was better for you, Grill? I think either one's good, she just loses some stats. Okay, yeah, she loses stats on the other one. I want her to get Dex so she has moves. Because I've already explained, I think, how that works. Plus, physical attack is good for her. She does a lot of physical attacks. Oh, that's it? Okay. Oh, crumbs. I haven't been reading the diary. F. No! Can we not read this, please? I don't want to flick through all of it. It's gonna take so much time. I think it's interesting to look at, don't get me wrong. Kind of like Fiona's notes in a haunting ground. I like seeing how she reacts to things, but gosh dang it, I don't know when that thing updates. When Fiona updates her diary in Haunting Ground, you hear a noise. This doesn't make a noise! Okay, as I was saying about MMOs and people who are whales, I'm not a whale. And whale is a term for people who pay to win, not play to win. Very big difference there. Whales are people who can afford to spend money on the game to progress and get nice stuff. That's why they're called whales. I think. I don't remember exactly. But I'm more play-to-win type because that's easier for me. However, in some cases I do get annoyed by it. I mean, I've also spent money on Genshin Impact, but Genshin Impact is actually pretty nice about it.
Let's finish this quickly.
$5 for the Wellspring.
Won't work.
It gives you, what, 90 gems? For, what, a month? That's pretty good, considering. I think that's a good way to set up that process, too. But you can get gems just from the game itself. By doing quests and side quests, even event quests. There is the daily quests that are the commissions, but you need 160 gems to buy an Intertwined Fate, and from my count, and I could have counted it wrong because I'm crap at math, you need to do those commissions, all 4 of them, at least several days in a row to even get 160 for just one Intertwined Fate. Don't get me wrong, totally doable. I just get sick of all the grinding. Which is why I dropped that as a project on my channel. I'll only play it on my own time now. If I stream it again, it'll be just for special things, or if I really just feel like playing it and showing it off.
That's it?
Maria and I actually went over a lot of stuff as to why I have a hard time playing the game, so I'm not going to go over it again here. But put very basically, you have players who can do stuff in the game, they just get through it more slowly because they're not paying for it. Then you have the whales who do pay for it and get stuff easier and faster. You can't call it unfair because if someone can afford it, then they can afford it. Don't crap on for it. Technically, they're still working hard to get what they're getting because they're doing their actual job to be able to pay for whatever it is they're buying. Heck, when I was learning about this, Warframe was used as a prime example for whales. And that's one game I'm probably never going to touch again, unfortunately. I didn't understand how it worked. I couldn't get the controls down or memorize them. And the hardest effing time trying to level up. Leveling up skills and those weird card things. I didn't understand how those worked at all. And then the story? I didn't understand the story for the life of me. I had no idea what was going on.
This will be easy.
Plus, the more it seemed like to fully level up your Warframe, you have to learn how to use every weapon type. Which, I gotta tell you, I don't want to have to do that.
You're
So,
too
I
weak.
stopped playing that a long-effing time ago. I tried it on the PS4 and then the PC. Gave up both occasions. The only MMOs I've ever clung to, and yes, I'm counting Warframe as an MMO, is Ion and Aura Kingdom. When Ion had its update and changed
Let's finish this
massively,
quickly.
I kinda gave up on it for a while, and I'm definitely giving up on it now. One of these fine days, Fire, I'm gonna play proper Ion and show you exactly why I'm not happy with it. And why I prefer Classic, even if I am limited to 2 hours of gathering.
You're too weak.
As for Aura Kingdom, it has gathering. It does. It's really good gathering. Although if you want a specific item, it spawns where other items do, but you have to get lucky and hope.
Let's finish this quickly.
And the RNG in that game is absolute trash. I'm sorry to say, but it is the bloody truth. I would know because I've spent hours sometimes trying to get something out of an effing bird nest. I was trying to level up an Eidolon skill, or whatever it was, and I just could not get the egg from the bird nest I needed. The RNG was so bad.
Weak.
You're right.
Gathering that, I don't mind it. Although if your stuff takes a really long time to respawn.
That was easy.
When it comes to monsters respawning though, that's really good, which I applaud the devs for Aura Kingdom for that one. Some MMOs are bad at monster respawning, which isn't good when you got a bunch of people playing.
Weak.
You're right.
A little bit OP than these things. I'm killing them kind of fast, or almost don't even speed to use TP skills. Back to Aura Kingdom. The gathering's fine, other than the crap RNG half the time. It's the crafting I have a problem with. The crafting is weird. Now I haven't done some of this for a while or looked at it,
Finish this quickly.
but the only one I can say that I think is worthwhile is making potions. You can even get good money off
They
it.
were nothing.
And it's even good for yourself too, because you always need some potion for something. Like there's a potion for movement speed. If you don't have a mount, then there you go. Plus, being able to run faster is just good. I'm not sure if it helps if you have a mount, but maybe it does.
You're right.
It's not something I've tested. That is not what I did, game. Can someone please get this thing off me? Yeah. Yeah, I thought you were gonna do that.
You're too weak.
But if you don't want to do potions, which is fine, I know of 2 other options. There might be more, but I haven't looked into it enough because these other 2 options I didn't like too much, and Fire will probably understand why.
This will be easy.
Let's
A
finish
lot
this
of the
quickly.
time when you're cooking in Aura Kingdom, you need to go to an NPC and buy an already made dish, and then have ingredients you buy from someone else or have gathered, and then you have to spend some silver or some gold just to craft this thing. And you do not do autocraft. it will not give you the points for the crafting if you do auto-craft. You have to do it manually. I've tested that. If it worked for someone else, then I'd love to know how they did that. But you have to buy a pre-prepared meal. And basically what you're doing is altering it. Or making it just a little better. And the amount of money you have to spend just to make it is ridiculous.
Let's finish this quickly.
Maybe it's just because it's a higher level food item, but it's still a little too much.
You're too weak.
So if you sell it at the auction house, you need to really amp up the price so that you make up the money you spent on both buying the supplies and then creating the dish. So I don't like that overly much. I don't mind the cooking minigame when you do it manually. I don't mind that. That's okay for the most part. It can be finicky, don't get me wrong, but I don't mind it.
Let's
It's
finish this
just
quickly.
having to buy a pre-made meal and basically just changing into something else. I find that ridiculous. And smithing, oh my gosh,
They were
smithing.
nothing.
Smithing is stupid. I couldn't figure out how this worked for the life of me. I figured it would kind of be like Ion, where I just have to gather some materials and I go from there. No, that is not how it worked. I don't know if it's changed now, or if it will change when Aura Kingdom ends up in a new company, because that is happening. But basically, what you have to go out and do is either gather a piece of armor or a weapon from a monster or an instance, and then you're using your materials and money to turn it into something else, just like with the food. What the F kind of smith does that? Seriously, that is the dumbest process I've ever seen or heard of.
Weak.
You're right.
I had gathered all these materials so I could smith my own armor and weapons. And then it turns out to be basically a waste of time unless I can get good RNG and a monster
Or
drops what I
nothing.
need. Bull. Complete BS. Smithing your own armor weapons should not work like that. Absolutely should not.
Weak.
You're right.
If it's changed since then, that's awesome. In fact, I might look into it. But if I still have to go gather weapon or armor from a monster and all I can do is alter it, it's still stupid. So, I don't like the crafting system in Aura Kingdom unless it's potions, because it doesn't make sense and it's dumb. Gathering's fine, and there are even some gatherable items that people will pay a lot of money for.
You're right.
However, there's some items people can get easily on their own, or they can talk to a gathering manager NPCs and buy it from them using some type of crystal. I've done that a couple times myself, so items you can do that with are not worth selling. Unless someone doesn't know about it or would rather spend money on it. Personally, I wouldn't do that though if I can just spend some time gathering myself and then spend the crystals. People don't like gathering sometimes though, so
Let's
it
finish
probably
this
still
quickly.
work, but I usually don't sell materials. I haven't seen that it works quite as well in Aura Kingdom like it does in Ion.
You're so
People
amazing.
really seem to hate gathering crafting materials in that game. Ugh. Thank you. Oh boy, I'm reminded why I usually don't show this. It takes so long to level. Whatever, some people like watching it. It's not that interesting though, because these guys are kind of weak compared to me.
Weak.
You're right.
Another MMO I played. Yes. I played that for a while. I didn't quite figure out the crafting though. I did a lot of gathering. I had a hard time playing that game though. I eventually gave up on it. And now it's officially moved to console only, so I'm definitely not going to play it. But my PS4 does not have the memory space.
Easy.
Let's finish this
The
quickly.
MMO takes up a lot of space.
Oh, healing power.
I can't do anything right now. Wake up, Emil! Kill the bloody fish. Thank you. Oh, I really hate that. Now, I can't say much on Terra because I don't really remember a lot of it from when I played. Maria plays it on the PS4, and I know I could get an external hard drive, but do you know how much a good one costs?
Let's finish this quickly. Strike.
If I have money like that, I'm gonna spend it on something else. Not an external hard drive, especially when there are games that I do play that are on the
That's it.
PC. Terra might no longer be on there, but my other MMOs are, and I didn't like Terra enough to get rid of my other MMOs for it. Frankly, I find I have a hard time juggling Ion and Aura Kingdom as it is. I don't even play Aura Kingdom
You're right.
quite that often. But I do play it, so I hate to lose it. Now, I suppose we get to be bored for a little bit while I just kill things. Trying to get EXP. Well, actually, let's go back to town and talk to the cats. Because the quests the cats have tend to be pretty okay with the monster EXP. Plus, while I did do one off-screen, it was just the same area I was in last time, and oh, I hated that. So, this one's a different area, and I didn't want to go in there off-screen, and can I get a different reward, please? I really don't want that. I don't necessarily want that either, but this is mostly about showing off the area, and if there's any party commentary. And oh my gosh, was Marta ridiculous, and one of these I did. Actually, hang on, let me save first. Still really wish we could have played Skyrim. Saving is always good. Oh, I can feed you. Let's give you the grill again. If I were to go over all the reasons I'm not particularly fond of this game, it'd probably be a hefty list. The food system is definitely one of them. It was really helpful in Tales of Symphonia 1, where you could have a meal after a battle. Could recover some MP and TP, or cure status effects, increase attack or defense temporarily. But in this, it's just for the monsters. And I really have to say I don't like that. I really don't like that. Why couldn't it work for both? That's a lot of monsters. No kidding. Okay, as usual, there's chests around that you can open. I think with most any of these quests and locations
Let's
you can
finish this
explore,
quickly.
there's a chest. Okay, these things are actually weak. I don't think I'm gonna get much out of them.
That's it?
Yeah, okay. I suppose Great is good for when I do New Game Plus, but I don't see me replaying this quite often. Crumbs!
This will be easy.
Let's finish this quickly.
At least they're weak.
Die!
Very weak.
You're too weak.
I don't even have to push B to do a TP attack. It's that weak. One behind the spider. Guess we'll kill it.
This will be easy.
Let's finish this quickly. Die!
Wow.
That's it?
Alright. Was that a scripted battle? Because I didn't think I touched it. I think it was scripted. I really don't feel like I touched the monster. Oh, look at you! You're 12 HP. Pretty good. Okay, there.
You're too weak.
300? Okay, I like that. Yeah, I think that was scripted. Yeah, there's still others. That wolf doesn't seem to care that I'm here. Shh. Yeah, that wolf totally doesn't care about me. I don't care about him either, so... Where's her tail? I would recommend not selling your materials. At least not all of them. Sell a little bit, and only if something you know you can get more of. Like, say you're grinding. And a particular monster keeps dropping a material.
Let's finish this quickly.
Sell a little bit of that occasionally to make a little extra money. That's what I do.
That was easy.
First, it makes me think of Monster Hunter World. Although in Monster Hunter World's case, I actually sold all of my old material when I first run the game. I didn't know I was going to need them again, and I did. So I regretted that decision. Those ones actually require some
You're
effort.
too weak.
Got some coin out of them too. Sweet. Looks like the dick of a cat. Hello? Thank you. I'm not gonna fight every single monster in here unless I have no choice, because they're not giving me much in the way of EXP. So, not really worth it.
This will be easy.
Let's finish this quickly.
Of course, my monster gets in the way and I can't hit the bear. That's a common problem. Why are these pebbles in chests to begin with? Who wants to collect a pebble? Oh my gosh. A pebble is not really a treasure unless you're a kid. And even then, it usually has to be a special pebble. Like someone collecting white rocks. Oh, hello.
This will be easy.
Let's finish this quickly.
Owie.
That's it?
100 XP is not bad. I went all the way down there for an effing pebble. Are you serious? Oh, these are stairs. Hi.
Weak.
You're right.
I do like a lot of Marvel moveset. It looks very cool. It's like she's dancing.
That's it?
Kind of like Bayonetta. Oh, I actually like Bayonetta, whereas I tolerate Marta. I am really sorry to fans of her, but I don't like the girl.
Let's finish this quickly.
She barely improves later in the game, okay? Barely. And even then, I still don't like her. I just couldn't warm up to Marta. I tried. But I just found her so infuriating. I mean, for goodness sake, it takes Emil snapping at her to get her head out of her butt. A girl who throws herself at a guy, I don't really think that's good. It makes them look really bad. I'm not gonna put a title on it, or rather I should say a phrase on it. I'm sure I don't have to, you know what I'm thinking, I'm sure. But a girl throwing herself at a dude all the time just doesn't look good. And it's made even worse by the fact if the guy doesn't appreciate it. For Emil, it's more he's just timid. Although Marta does rather F up. And that's when he snaps at her. Gotta say, I'm looking forward to that moment. I did try to watch her, I promise. I just couldn't do it. She annoys me too much. Take this into consideration though. I don't hate her. I'm just not fond of her. If I hated Marta, I probably couldn't play this game. Let's take Manakemia for instance. Alchemist Della Rivas. I watched a full playthrough of that, and I rather liked it, though there's a particular character I couldn't stand because they irritated me. But I didn't hate the character. Yay, level ups. Now, the sequel to Manakemia, I couldn't get past video 1 of the playthrough I was watching because one particular character made me so angry I couldn't stand the game itself. I was not willing to watch the game because of this one character, which also means I'll never play that game because of that character. Now it is really bad if someone hates a game character so much they won't play the game or watch it. Marta is not that bad. Quite frankly, the sequel to Manakemia is the only game I've come across where one single character is the reason I would never play the game. Alright, almost there. We're actually getting fair EXP because we leveled up. Hello? I'm trying to get around you, but okay.
Weak.
You're right.
Eh, they were kind of strong. Ow. Honestly, there's one more monster I wouldn't mind having in the party, but then I can't have the mermaid and the wolf in the party. You only have 4 people in a party. So I'd have to swap some monsters around to make it work, so I'm not going to do that.
You're right.
The wolf can actually stay with me the whole game. I just wanted the mermaid because I had her on my first run, and she was actually really good.
You're so...
Oh, shut up with your gushing. Again, I apologize to fans of her, but I am not a big fan. Also, if I were to start trying to play a horror game, would everyone like that? It's just something I've been considering lately. I mean, Fatal Frame is obviously a horror game, but getting a hold of those is nothing easy. The cheapest I've ever found in any of them is $80 to $90. Maybe just straight 100. If they all get remastered and end up on the PC, then they'll be like $60 at the very least. But that requires waiting a couple years, and I'm not going to wait that long to play them, okay? I already bought a PS2. I can play 1 and 3 on the PS2. On the Wii, I can play 2, because I don't want to play the PS2 version of Fatal Frame 2. It looks a little strange, and some of the voice acting sounds a little off. I mean, the British voice actors sound weird alone on the Wii edition, but they sound better than PS2 Fatal Frame 2. Seriously. This is kind of a pretty area. Heck, one of the quests for the cats here, you can actually befriend a monster and they'll join your party. Of course, if they were to do that now, they're just going to sit with the cats the whole time, because I'm not taking them with me. And I don't think I can actually use this. Yeah, I already have it. Okay, so note to self, try to do all the cats quests when you can, because they'll give you good stuff that'll help you out in the next area. Because I had those quest offers up while we were still in Asgard. So the only good thing for doing this now is money and EXP. I haven't once needed a poison bottle so far, so I'm not going to keep it. If I ever need extra potions, we'll buy them. But till then, I'm not going to keep any. Okay. Really? Don't one of them level up? Hahaha! I've done all the little questy-goos. There's nothing more they can do for me. Okay, you're level 18, so... level 19? It's gonna take her a bit to catch up with Mr. Wolfie there. And I'm kind of surprised he hasn't wanted to evolve again yet. Maybe one more level, or at level 30 he'll want to. Okay, I still have some more grinding I want to do, unfortunately. Let's recover HP and TP a little. Okay, and I'm gonna look through Emil's arts here and see what I have written down. Demon Fang, Ravaging Tiger. I did just get that right. Yes. Blade Fury. Phoenix Rush. Havoc Strike. Savage Reaper. Okay. Dark Radiance and Dual Death. And there's still more. Look at all this. You can have so many moves. That's probably the only one of the few things about this game I really like. How many moves you can have. This isn't quite my usual setup for him, because I'm still lacking some arts, but things are looking pretty good for Emil. Marta still has some work to do before she has everything I want her to have. Now, you guys need to excuse me for a minute. I need to go blow my nose. I'll just put the BRB up. You don't need the whole thing. That didn't take long. Alright, unfortunately we still have grinding to do though, like I said before. Now I could overdo this a little. It'll make me a smidge OP for the area we'll be heading into, but it'll save me a lot of pain and trouble. So I'm actually not sure we're going to be doing anything story related on this stream. I want to get, and this is going to shock you, to level 30. And that's because I like to get at least 10 levels higher when I go to another area. I usually do that grinding there, but I'm not going to have that luxury when we reach the spot that will require me to level up. So when I properly grind, I leave to town and I rest up and such. Then I go back. If you do that, and the area we'll be heading to soon, you can get a bad ending. Which is why I want to accomplish this while we're here.
Weak.
You're right.
Or at the very least, I want to get close to it, then I'll do some minor grinding in the area we're headed to next. Because it won't send me to Triet right away.
You're too weak.
There'll be a place we can fight some monsters in before we head to Triet, and it'll be perfectly fine. But I want to get a little more EXP first. Like say, I'd like to be level 25 or 26 before we leave. For one thing, that'll let me more easily handle the boss on this location. And for another, that'll make it easier for me to level up in the other location.
Die!
I forgot my moveset, despite the fact that I literally changed it myself. Okay, what should I talk about now? I've been talking about other games almost this whole time. That's not really a good thing.
You're right.
But it's something to talk about. And this is so boring. I don't usually do this grinding thing on screen. I'm actually bored stiff right now. And while I know my PC can handle it if I stream and have my browser open, because I did test that, but it's probably going to run really slowly. And I don't know, I don't feel like dealing with that. Plus, I won't be able to see the chat easily. They may amplify the block your attack, Mr. Frog. Good job.
That's it?
Mr. Frog. I'm honest, most of the time when I'm thinking of streaming and recording, I'm trying to come up with what my next project's gonna be. Because I don't want there to be long lapses in between, but it's gonna get that way when it comes to my recording projects.
Weak.
After I get done with the Spyro trilogy, we're moving to the Castlevania with the Shadow series. And unfortunately, I can't really practice that ahead of time, because I have to delete save files just to start a new
You're too
save,
weak.
which really sucks. Ooh, she leveled. But after all 3, or just 2 Lord of Shadow games, I'll be hitting up Monster Hunter World, and that's gonna be a big project for my YouTube channel. And it's something I'll have to do a lot of prep work for, and I haven't even begun. And I also know there'll come a time where I will have very, very much difficulty hunting some of those monsters. I haven't even beat Iceborne yet. And that's because the friends I play it with, one of them can't play it anymore, unfortunately. And that would sadly be Maria. I still need to do a news video for our shared channel regarding that, but I'll tell you here what happened. It was quite a long time ago now, but something happened and she lost her PS4 account. Which means she lost everything she had in Monster Hunter World, and she'd been playing that for a long time. So all the special stuff she had, all the event things she had, all the progress, it was gone. She lost everything. And I am angry and upset about that right along with her, because I played through that, and I would hate to lose everything I have. I would absolutely hate it. She doesn't want to go through all of the grinding again, which I don't blame her for, but at the same time, Genshin Impact's grinding system is worse. And I've actually already told her if she plays it again, I'll be right there with her, and I'll even make a new hunter, so we're doing the same thing. And I've actually made new hunters like 3 times. One of them I speed run through the game with someone's help. But then it was really stressful having to get materials for making good armor and weapons, and I found it was easier just to play the game normally. People who can rush through it and still manage to do the grinding okay, good on you, but I'm not the type of person who can do that. Either way, Maria not being able to play Monster Hunter World anymore is a big reason I don't play as much anymore myself. There's still one of the other people who played with us, Celtic, but he actually has a job and a life unlike me, and seems to be having a hard time lately. I haven't wanted to pester him. So I haven't. I did talk to him a little bit recently, just to see if he was okay. But I haven't really offered to play Monster Hunter. I kind of want to be able to play it by myself, but my hardest to fight monsters are of course the ones that fly, Rathalos being the worst one. Dude effing never lands. Makes it really hard to fight him when he's always in the air.
Let's finish this quickly.
I even practiced fighting it on low rank and I'm still having problems. I'm not good at dodging. That's one thing I really need to practice. But aside from me needing to get good at the effing game, and needing friends to occasionally help me, there's a lot of work I'm gonna have to put into it. And it won't be a stream unless I'm doing expeditions. I haven't decided yet if side quests will be streamed or if I'll just record. We'll see what happens in that regard. Plus, it's a couple projects down the line, so I have time to figure it out.
You're so amazing.
Shut up. Oh! I already have one of you. Go away. And I can't easily say, once we've done Monster Hunter World, I'm not sure what we're doing afterward. I do still have a wide variety of games I can record, but there are some I won't. Such as Xenoblade Chronicles Definite Edition. That game is too long. I'm willing to stream it, but I will not record it. Monster Hunter World is kind of long, but there's something different about it, and I can easily more control it, I guess you could say. So that I could do a recording project for, but I don't want to try to do that for Xenoblade, so it's only going to be a stream. There you go. Good little wolfie. Woo! Check him out. And that is why you want to evolve your monsters. Look at him, he's awesome! He's an ice wolf now. And now he's the one lower level to the mermaid. They only have one great manuscript. I think I can easily say you should probably save your manuscripts. Oh, you don't like gorillas much now, huh? You don't care for either of these, but you like all of these. Let's try stew. It really just looks like a vegetable platter. I'm sorry. Oh, wow! No dex, but his dex is actually pretty good. Speaking of skill, so I haven't got anything, not really. Oh, you got speed cast, which I can't enable. And I'm not playing you right now, so you don't need that. Critical would be very good. We're not fighting a lot of birds, so I won't go crazy with this. Ooh, TP increase. Okay. Hopefully Wolfie doesn't die, because he's low level now. That's just gonna happen every time you evolve them. Which is why I say you should have manuscripts on you all the time. But did I do that? No, I did not. Not my smartest move, I must say. We're getting close to a level. Trying to think of other things to talk about, because I'm unfortunately running out of stuff.
Weak.
You're right.
I don't want to just diss this game the whole time I'm playing it. I really don't. I feel like that's all I got right now.
You're too weak.
Which is just sad. I guess I can start dissing this game. But I can easily say I don't hate Dawn of the New World. If I hated it, I would have gotten rid of it after I beat it the first time. I did that with Zelda Phantom Hourglass because I absolutely hated it. I cannot count the number of times I had to consult a guide. With complicated long games, I'm more willing to accept this, but Phantom Hourglass wasn't really that long. And that's why I was frustrated when I had to keep looking up a guide. Lost some HP, but he got TP. So yes, I don't hate Dawn of the New World. There's just a lot of aspects of it I don't like, so I'll probably not play it again repeatedly. like I do Tales of Symphonia. I only get mad at that when we get close to the end of the game and there's a lot of areas that are frustrating to get through. Like escaping the Angel City. Gosh, I hate that. It's so easy to get lost. But when it comes to Dawn of the New World,
Weak.
You're right.
I can easily point out a lot of things I don't like about it, which is why I'm not going to replay it a lot. I did talk about it with Maria a couple times, and she made a very good point with one of the things I didn't like. When you get characters from the first game in your party, they're a little bit useless. Don't get me wrong, they can still help in battle, but you can't level them up, you can't change their moves, and you can't play as them. And I'm willing to accept that because you have different main characters now. But not being able to level them up and improve their skills, that sucks. The only way you can improve their HP, TP, or any other stats is if you get particular herbs, and only certain monsters drop those. So basically, it's a grinding game, and hoping the RNG feels like liking you. If it doesn't, then you just basically fought that monster for no reason. Ooh, the hot dog is really good. Okay, let's keep making the hot dog. But Maria's theory as to why it works that way is so that you'll focus on making packs with monsters and having them in the party. Because that's the aspect of this game. Monster packs and having them as your party members. Makes sense, but it's still annoying. Don't get me wrong, you can have people from game 1 in your party, but they're not going to be that useful, especially when you get to higher levels. And they get capped once you've reached a certain point, and they won't improve beyond that. Which forces you to do the grinding thing, which...
You're right.
It's RNG based, pretty much. It's not that bad, mind you, but it also isn't fun to have to do just to make someone be a better party member.
That's it?
So while this irks me, I'm willing to accept it because it does make sense. However, something that I really hate, I don't even know why the developers thought this was a good idea, strategy. All I can do here is moderate, but if someone's a healer, they'll keep using TP, even if they are on moderation, just so they can keep healing. I don't want them to do that. This is fine. That's normal. That's also fine, and it was in the first game, just like this and this. But here's where I have a problem with the strategy change. You cannot tell them to attack specific enemies to a certain point. The monster will do it. However, it's only the same one I'm fighting. And this one won't even do that. Marta doesn't do it at all. I don't think Amiya will either. It used to be you could set them up to attack things that are in the air, attack furthest thing, attack nearest, attack same as player, to protect anyone with the lowest HP. The list goes on. You could set this up to do a wide variety of things, and in this game, it's stupidly limited. I don't know why they thought that was a good idea. Formation, it's not really different, other than it's easier to adjust. You just click on them and move them around. I don't like how the strategy works. I really don't like it. I don't mind the skill things, especially once you have enough decks, you can just equip everything. Everything that you want, or just all of it, period, for kicks and giggles. So I don't care about that. I'm glad there's no weapon or armor customization, because that was frustrating in Game 1. Once you got to Tetheala, it wasn't really necessary anymore. You could still do it, but it became optional. In Game 1, before you get to Tetheala, it could actually save your butt if you did it. But it was frustrating.
Weak.
You're right.
In this, you can now make materials, you can craft items. I haven't really messed with it because we don't have a lot of options with it right now. We're too early game in the
You're
level.
too weak.
There's not much we can do with, what was it called, sinking? I don't remember. But it's not bad, so I don't hate that. However, I have talked about the fact I don't like how the food system is. The characters will talk about it in skits, how they're eating, or something like that. If someone's a good cook or not, or what they're eating, that kind of thing. But there is no eat a meal before a fight if you want to increase your attack or defense or whatever. And there is no eat after a fight, like in the first game. All you can do with food in this one is feed the monsters and increase their stats. I don't like this. Why couldn't it work both ways? Why can't we feed the monsters but still have the same system as before? There was no reason that couldn't work, right? If it was some development thing that would have made it hard, fine, I'll accept that, but how hard could that really have been? And those are just things off the top of my head. There's other things about this game I don't like a lot. I mean, for one thing, when you have to grind up levels just to fight a boss, and then you still struggle with it, I don't appreciate that either. It was not that bad in the first game. For goodness sake, we fought someone who had been controlling and ruling both worlds for 4,000 effing years.
Weak.
And he wasn't even that hard to deal with. His first phase kinda was, but his second phase was not bad. It's not that bad at all.
You're too weak.
There's legit some moments in this game where you have to grind up EXP and make yourself stronger just so you can deal with an enemy or a boss. Sometimes tactics would help you if you were a little under-leveled in the first game, but in this one, tactics aren't enough. You have to actually be kind of strong.
This will be easy.
Let's finish this quickly.
Arguably, I understand this is probably a good call, but at the same time, for a new player, that's gonna suck. Especially if they played the first game and hop into the sequel, they're like, what the F? What happened? Why is this different? Because I can tell you, that was me. Now, I don't know if other people felt like this. It could just be I'm the weird one. Which, fine. Okay. Whatever. And again, this is just off the top of my head. There'll probably be things that happen later in the game where I'm like, okay, I don't like this. But these are just things off the top of my head that I know bother me all the time. I have no problem with the story setup. I think it's pretty interesting, actually. I don't have a problem with the style of the game or the art. In fact, I think it's kind of nice, save some weird bulkiness here and there, or something's being too thin. Aside from that, I have literally no beef with the art style and animations and such. I think it's all okay. Some people might call it lazy designing because their mouths just move randomly while they're talking. Do you know how hard it is to sync up a character's mouth while they're talking with the voice actor or actress? Seriously, do you know how hard that might be to design? I will admit it looks weird sometimes, but it's better than trying to match things up perfectly. I can't imagine how much of a nightmare that is. Again, the issues I have with the game, they're off top of my head. If something else pops up that I don't like, I will mention it, of course. But those are my beefs with the game, and pretty much all the reasons why I probably won't play it that often. My thing is, if I can play a game in a series, and it doesn't irritate me that badly, and I can get a hold of the game, then I'm going to play the game in a series the way it's supposed to be played. The only game I can say right now that I didn't do that for was Fable 3. I'm not the biggest fan of 1 and 2. I only watched them, mind you, but with the way some of the things worked in 1 and 2, I didn't like what I saw. I couldn't tell you what those things were now, but I knew at the time, I was like, no, I'm not gonna go through this insanity.
That's it?
So I decided to not try to get a hold of them, and just play 3. I would just do a playthrough of 3. And leave links in my description of the first 2 games of really good playthroughs I found of the first 2. That way people wanted to know what happened, they still could. Another game series I see me doing this for is probably Spyro, New Beginning, Eternal Night, and Dawn of the Dragon. I really think I'm going to say F it to Eternal Night, personally. I hated that the first time I played it and I didn't keep it. The only reason I got rid of the other 2 afterward is because I was trying to get the PS4, and I was trying to get as much money as I possibly could so that I could get the console. Didn't make a hot dog that time. Yeah, that's a downside. I don't know exactly how that's affected, if I'm honest. But you won't always make a particular dish. I guess that's something else I'm not a big fan of, the randomness of how that works. It's not that bad though, so I don't really care that much. It's just a little irritating. Okay, other than Eternal Night, I would say Mirror of Fate from the Lords of Shadow series. I hated Mirror of Fate. Absolutely hated that game. The combat was very similar to the first game, but it was just a side-scroller. And I'm good at puzzles, mind you. I'm usually pretty good at these things. But one of the puzzles to Mirror of Fate was evil. I didn't know how it worked. I couldn't solve it because of that, no matter how much I played with it. A friend in my chat had to tell me how to do it, and even he was struggling a little. I have not tried a side-scroller since then. I'm just really put off by side-scrollers. And then you have QuickTime events in that game too, and they effing suck. If you mess up, you have to redo the whole sequence. Which, again, I hated that.
Weak.
Just thinking about it makes me mad. So Mirror of Fate is one I'm probably not going to play again. I've played it once and then I never touched it again after that. I did try, but then I gave up real quick. I just didn't have the patience to try to work with it. I don't see me having the patience again either. I'm I'm probably gonna say F it to that one and just leave a playthrough for it in my YouTube description of the last video for Lords of Shadow 1.
You're right.
That's how I am. If I can play the game, it doesn't irritate me too badly, and it's not that hard to get a hold of, then I will play a full series. But if there is reasons I have that I don't want to play the full series, or at least it's too hard or there's something,
You're right.
like whatever my reason is, I'll express it. And if people have a problem with that, that's just too bad. It's my YouTube channel. I make the rules.
You're amazing.
That's it?
Although I have had to do something I didn't like to because some YouTuber I watch has done it and it irritated the crap out of me. I don't like it when someone starts a project and then just drops it and never finishes it. I really don't like that. And unfortunately that is something I did on my channel. It was Breath of the Wild. I went through a pros and cons list with that thing, and I debated it for a long time before deciding I had to drop it. The most primary reason was I wasn't having fun. And that's a big deal for me. I do this for fun. If I'm not enjoying it, I'm not going to keep it up. That was a very big reason I had to discontinue Breath of the Wild. There were other reasons, of course, don't get me wrong, but that was a big one. If I'm not having fun with the game I'm playing, I'm not going to keep playing it. That's just a plain and simple fact. What really upset me about it, having to drop it, was that people appeared to be enjoying it. But I have to think of me first. And I have to say, stress and anxiety are things I already deal with, especially anxiety. And the game was kind of causing some stress. Anxiety not so much, but stress definitely. And I do not play a game to be stressed out. So I had to drop it.
You're right.
I hate the fact that I needed to do it, but it had to happen. I really hate that I did it though. Maybe one day I'll retry it, but
You're
the
so
chances just don't look good at the moment. It's probably going to be discontinued. And just stay that way. Another thing I don't like on some other YouTube channels I watch is someone starts playing a series and they
You're right.
just give up on it. Maybe it could be for the same reason as me, but sometimes it bugs me. But I tell
That was
myself
easy.
that it was probably for some of the same reasons I don't play a full series. So I don't let it bug me much anymore. But giving up on something while you're still working on it really, really irks me.
You're right.
Irks me even more because I have it.
Oh, healing power. First aid. You're amazing.
But if you want to know all the reasons I dropped Breath of the Wild, I did a news video. It's on my YouTube channel in the playlist called News. You can't miss it. Had a lot of reasons, and that was why. If I were to stream it, it'd probably be my main file. And I'm just messing around. Not
You're
doing
right.
anything important. Stop that!
That's it?
lighter note, if there are games people want to see and want to request, I'm not against taking requests for games. There's just the simple fact that I can't really afford to buy games, especially when they're new. If Bayonetta 3 ever arrives, I will definitely play that, but the game has to arrive. And Fire bought that for me, so I'm extra hoping it arrives, otherwise poor Fire wasted money. And that was $60. So seriously, I really hope it arrives. Not just for my sake, but Fire's sake, so that they didn't waste money. But I'm very welcome to game requests. It just has to hopefully be something I can afford to get a hold of. And I have to like the game. If I don't like the game, I'm not going to play it. Because this has always been about having fun and sharing that fun. If I can make money while doing this, that's a cool bonus, but that's never been a goal. Honestly, my whole reason for going for affiliate right now is so I can do loyalty points and do cool things for my viewers with it. I don't even care about the sub button that much. And the donating? I'm actually doing that because some of my viewers have wondered where the donate button is, which tells me they want to support. Plus, I thought donating had to be something I only get from affiliate or partner, but apparently not.
Weak.
You're right.
Because donations are just for the streamers, which doesn't take anything from that. They only take that from subscriptions. I think the value they get is higher than what the streamer gets, which... I'm not sure that's fair. Ooh! Well, she took a while to level, but hey, she was already pretty high level as it was. Okay. Is that an art or a... Okay, that was an art. Could do. Ooh, that's pretty nice, actually. That's really nice. But yeah, anyway, I will take requests to play certain games. It's whether or not I can buy it, and if I like it, that is the matter of debate. Like, let's say God of War. I would possibly play the two newest ones, not the older ones. I'm sorry, but those are way too mature for my channel. I've watched them, and... no, just no. I would play the two newest ones, potentially, but not the old ones. Sorry if that upsets somebody, but there's no way. That's too mature for my channel. The furthest I'm comfortable with on maturity standards is the Witcher games. That is the furthest I would take that. Let's use a couple of these. Oh, you leveled. Try stew. But aside from affordability, if I like the game, please feel free to request or suggest. To hear you out. It just comes down to those two things, affordability and if I like the game or not. Cute little jingle, I love it. Okay, let's save. I gotta tell you, I am bored stiff right now. I don't usually do the XP grinding on screen because it's boring. I'm usually watching something or listening to something on the side, and I can't really do that right now because it's gonna make me lag. Or potentially make the PC crash. Neither of which is good things. If you guys are bored, well, I am too. We can suffer together, I guess. Though I'm not sure how much longer I'm gonna go for. Which I guess is something else I should talk about. I've kind of been thinking of just doing 2-hour streams. Usually I say 2 hours, my good point of I can stop
Let's
if I
finish
want,
this quickly.
but if I can go further, that's awesome. But I'm thinking it might be good if I just do a 2-hour stream period. It's just something I've been thinking about. I haven't really decided.
That was easy.
But I have done really long streams before. Like, I've done 8-hour streams. And Fire was there for one of those, I think. I was trying to figure out which race I wanted to play an Ion. Oh gosh, that took a while. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Fire was there for that. We played all the way through the Asmo, and then we went back to the Ilios because I preferred that one.
You're right.
And it took me a long effing time to get through both at the starting areas. Oh man.
That's it?
My longest stream record though so far has been 11 hours, and that was a mistake. I will never do that again. It messed me up for several days afterward. I was playing Persona 5 Royal. I was in Second Palace. I wanted to get to the point where everything was taken care of. We had the infiltration route planned, so that I could just grind EXP and money to my heart's content. But I was not as close to that as I thought, and I was so tired and drained that I kept walking past it. I walked past it like 5 times, and it was very obvious and hard to miss, and I walked past it 5 times.
You're too weak.
So I will never stream that long again. I think there are streamers I watch who go 10 or 12 hours. There's even ones who do 24 hours. Ugh. Of course, I think some of them are I'm sleeping streams, where they're literally sleeping and they have a previous stream. I'm not sure how to do that besides downloading a stream and then having the video play.
They were nothing.
Now, that's the only way I can think of on my end to do that, but I don't really have a lot of long streams. I mean, I do, actually, if I think about it, but I don't know what I want to use for it. I'm really getting sick of doing this. I still wish I could have played Skyrim, but it didn't feel like working. I really think I just need to rest the PC, but I'm telling you now, if this is getting to the point where I have to rest the PC before I play Skyrim on stream, I see me putting that sucker on hold until I get some better PC parts, and I do not want to have to do that. But it's looking like it's getting to that point, because it was not this bad a long time ago. When I first started streaming, it really was not this bad. Renegade was here, he can tell you. It used to be pretty okay and manageable. Now it's not. I do really hate how limited I am on my streaming. But I can't help it because I don't have the money to update the PC. I definitely can't straight up buy a good one either. A really good PC is a couple $100 or $1,000. And I can easily tell you, I can't afford a couple $100, let alone $1,000. That is just not gonna happen. I don't have that kind of money. and I'm not the type of person who would
Weak.
beg for donations just so I could afford to get something to include in the stream. It would be more for the viewers, but I still don't feel good about begging for donations. It should be up to the viewer if they want to do that. I don't want to ask for it.
You're so...
I don't know, I just don't... I don't like the idea of just asking someone to toss their money at me.
This will be easy.
Let's finish this quickly.
Like, I don't even know any streamers who do that anyway. None of the ones I watch ever just ask for subs or donations. They just do their thing and their viewers do it. I don't know a single one of the streamers I watch who's ever asked for it. And I know I won't. The only time I ask for anything is the ending spiel where I ask... Well, I don't actually ask. I say if you want to support, you can follow, like, subscribe, join, follow, on other things, that sort of stuff. I don't beg or ask people to do it, it's up to them.
Weak.
You're right.
I mean, if I could afford it, I would probably sub to a couple of my streamers because I like them. And that's what it's all about. Liking your streamer will support them. Someone who asks for it, though, I don't know how I feel about that.
That's it?
Like, one of my streamers had a person trolling him one time. Telling about, hire me for commissions, and they kept on pestering him until they had to kick him. Then he swears they made other fake accounts just to keep hounding him. And he didn't have to keep kicking them. Because they were all saying the same thing, even though they were different accounts, so he knew it was them. Okay, we leveled up. Status. Can't really do much with this. I would like that to get to 200 if I'm honest. As for you... Honestly, I'm not worried about Marta. Oh, that's funny. She kind of annoys me, but she's funny. Hi, Mr. Fish.
Weak.
You're right.
Oh, and I'm sure someone noticed that I completely dropped the streaming project for Story of Seasons. I don't know, I'm just not having fun streaming that. I think I need to give it some time. Not to mention, when I started streaming it again, I really wasn't putting my full attention into it. If I'm going to start a project, I want my attention to be on it.
This will be
Like,
easy.
completely and utterly
Let's finish
drop
this
that.
quickly.
Everything else I do, I put 100% my effort. I didn't do it for Story of Seasons. It made me feel kind of bad.
That's it?
So I like that game quite a bit. Should I just call this? I think I will. Don't get me wrong, I'm enjoying streaming, I am, I'm just not enjoying doing this. I don't usually do this on screen because I get bored. And I imagine some viewers get bored watching me just mindlessly kill things repeatedly, trying to level up. I mean, if I'm bored, I imagine the viewers have to be bored. Fire's okay with whatever. Very chill person, that one. And that's definitely not a bad thing, but... if I'm bored, then there's a problem that must be fixed. I'm done here, I'm probably turning the PC off for a while. I dust it, but I don't really want to use the leaf blower right now. So I'm just going to turn it off, and maybe in the morning I'll use the leaf blower. Plus, I don't know how to use it, so... there's also that. Now I've probably got someone thinking, use a leaf blower on your computer? Yes. Dusting it that way is really stupid easy. You should try it. My brother thought of it, and actually a really good idea. Wait, what'd that say? Cat's Guild Sweet Room. Okay. Alright, I don't like being level 24. I'd rather have leveled up again, but I'm really getting tired of doing this. Is there anything else I can do? Just put them on AI and let them do whatever? I'm not sure. And Fire goes, yep, I'm okay with whatever. Even if I let the AI do its thing, it's like... it's still gonna be boring for some viewers who don't like watching someone grind EXP. I don't know what else to do though, and we have reached the 2-hour mark, so I can quit if I want. So that's my set time limit, 2 hours. At least reach that before ending stream. So I could end stream, but I kinda don't want to. However, I don't have much else I can do. And I'm already gonna have to edit this, unfortunately. Because I didn't do anything significant in Skyrim, and I've barely done anything significant in this, but I have evolved one monster, and I did a cat's quest, so I need to show that. So I'm gonna have to edit it, and then after that's done, I can put it on YouTube. Maybe I should have just played the baking game. And then we could have just chatted. Because that's really all that's good for. It's just a point and click. I could play the baking simulator because I actually can do things with that, and just pointing and clicking. But I want to try that in my own time first and figure out how it works. Because the guy I've been watching play is struggling a little. I'd like to know how some of the machinery works before I actually stream. Something else I could think of doing since I already have to edit this. I could either do Bloodborne or Monster Hunter World. Oh wait, if I do that I have to edit some things. And, okay, I don't want to have to do that right now. I really don't want to have to do that right now. And while I can play the 64 again and my 2 Zelda games, I don't want to stream those. Alright, in that case, I think I am just gonna call this. Yeah, I'm just gonna call it. While there are things I could do, I don't want to do it enough. Besides, we reached our 2-hour mark. That's basically my freedom mark, if I feel like stopping. I don't technically want to stop, but I am bored, dude. I am bored. Now I have to debate, am I going to immediately turn the computer off, or am I going to edit the stream and then turn it off? It might be wiser for me to edit the stream and then turn the PC off, because if I do it the other way around, I have to turn it off twice. I do want to keep streaming, but my other gaming options I don't want to do badly enough. Gosh dang it. If Skyrim had felt like working, we wouldn't be having this problem right now. I have a sad. I have a serious effing sad. While ending stream does mean I can go on the throne and try to get to customer support and find out what happened to Bayonetta 3. I do not want Fire to have wasted $60. They were doing something nice for me, so that makes me even more upset if it got lost and I can't get it. The biggest thing that would bother me is the fact that someone wasted money trying to do something nice for me because it will not show up at my home. That's what really bugs me about the whole thing. So I have got to look into that. And I will also try to figure out setting up donations, because I know some viewers of mine want to support me. And I do appreciate that, so I'm trying to give them a way to do it. Like, even if someone gave me $5, I'd be happy. Although I gotta say, if someone was ever ridiculously nice and gave me a ton of money in one sitting, I'd probably be stunned. I've watched some of those YouTube things where people donate to small streamers for like $100 or $1,000 and the person just freezes up for a minute. It's really sweet to do that because they're not being malicious, they're actually being nice and everything. One of those is really funny I watched too, how the guy reacted to it. The one dude was playing on Maze of the Dark Descent. Worst possible time for him to get a really big donation too. He was in the stinking storage. The only other thing I think to do right now, guys, is me playing that one baking game. But with how Skyrim was being, I think streaming any PC game right now might not be wise. It'd probably be okay with that one because it's a very weak PC draining game, so it probably wouldn't hurt anything, but I'm going to be careful and not do it. And I am also going to run some tests with Skyrim after I've rested the PC, of that you can be assured. I also need to try to see if I can get Lords of Shadow 2 to work again. I'm really hoping I don't have to redo my settings, because that's going to irritate me. Well, I suppose I should give my ending spiel now. Alright, I thank everyone very much for coming in and watching. For those of you who watch later, if you want to support the Twitch channel, please follow and share it. If you want to support the YouTube channel, which is linked, please like, subscribe, and share it. If you want to join my Discord channel, where you can know when I'm uploading, streaming, and a variety of other things, it is linked. I also have a Twitter account that's linked. You can know when I'm uploading something and about to start streaming. And finally, there's my Throne account. It's a safe site where you can send gifts to your streamers. Fire has done it, although it hasn't arrived, so I'm worried about that. And eventually I will be setting up donations, so if people want to support through money ways, then eventually that's going to be a thing once I figure it out. But that all said and done, I thank you again for coming in and watching. I hope you had fun with this and you enjoyed it. I did for the most part, despite the boredom. Despite the boredom. F and A, I can't talk. Should I raid? There's the question. Should I raid somebody? First things first. There's a bloody well save. I always want to save. Don't want to do all that grinding again right now. Take the batteries out so it doesn't drain. Brother told me about that and I couldn't believe it. While the batteries are in it, they keep draining even if the controller's not turned on. That's crummy. Okay, I'll leave that on for now because I'm going to be hooking up the PS4 in a minute so I can watch something while I wait for the PC. Well, I should definitely edit the video first. Okay, and you know what? I think I will raid somebody. Let me just try to remember how this works, because I don't want to open the browser. The last time I streamed, I was playing this, but when I opened the browser, the stream just died on me. So I'm gonna look at my phone and see if I can find somebody. If I remember right, raiding shouldn't be too hard from here. I just have to do a certain command. Make that go away, please. Thank you. Okay, who all is live on my list? You have 400 viewers. I'm not going to raid you. I'm going to look stupid if I pop in there with 3 viewers. That's not much better. I could raid Jake. Yeah, let's raid Jake. This is my favorite streamer. He's playing Phasmophobia. He's my favorite streamer, so go and hang out and be nice to him. I'm probably going to start watching him myself. I don't usually watch this game because people joke around too much, and that irritates me. But for him, I'll make an exception. Just when you get in there, let him know that I can't chat right away because I'm not in yet. I do it like this, right? Raid. Do I need a space bar? No, it doesn't need a space bar. Okay. Are you sure I don't need a space bar? Whoops. I don't usually do this, so I'm not sure how it works. That it? Okay. Raid